This is Con Carne, part of the Q101 podcast family. I'm James Van Osdell, and Con Carne is presented by Alex Ross Art. If you've ever picked up a graphic novel or comic book, you know who Alex Ross is. He is one of the all-time greats. His photorealistic way of painting these superheroes and villains and passersby makes it look like they are real, like they exist alongside us. I'm on North Avenue in Wicker Park tonight. I can imagine that one of Alex Ross's creations could be walking right down the street up toward Western Avenue. Alex Ross has his own YouTube site, The Alex Ross Art, and here's Alex Ross to tell you all about it.
Hi, this is Alex Ross. I appreciate you guys supporting our YouTube, and we create new content every week. I hope you will continue to support us, and please subscribe.
It's Con Carne. Let's eat in the car. It's Con Carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Osdell.
So as of when I'm recording this, we're about a month out from the Oakbrook Fight for Air climb at Oakbrook Terrace Tower, the tallest building in the Chicago suburbs. I'm going to climb it. I want you to do it with me. I'm teaming up with the American Lung Association to do this. We're going to help save lives. This is something with this podcast I've wanted to do for a while, save lives. Yeah, be part of and give back to the community. With my friends in the American Lung Association, I get to do just that. And again, you get to do it with me. The Fight for Air climbs, you can sign up for $10 off with my code, Carne, C-A-R-N-E, fightforairclimb.org/Chicagoland. That'll be on the screen. That'll be in the text that accompanies this post. Oakbrook Fight for Air climb, that is happening in Oakbrook in about a month. And then after that, we're going to do it again at Soldier Field. More information, fightforairclimb.org/Chicagoland. Con Carne, also sponsored by Easy Automation. So imagine this. You go out for the night, maybe to a concert, maybe to dinner. You come home, pull in the driveway, the garage light comes on. Then you open the door to the mudroom, that light comes on. You walk into the house, the kitchen light comes on. Then Spotify starts playing your favorite playlist. If it were my favorite playlist right now, it would include a lot of 90s era David Bowie. I'm revisiting that stuff. Earthling, Outside, Love It, Buddha of Suburbia. But yours is perhaps different. Maybe it's a playlist of podcasts, including Con Carne. But maybe it's not loud enough. So with one button from your phone or tablet, you crank it up. Your home is in sync with you. That's what easy automation means. You can experience seamless control over it all. Get a quote by visiting easy-automation.net or give my guy Dan a call at 630-730-3728.
Good one.
Yeah, good one. All right, so here we are. We are on North Avenue in Wicker Park. I've had better days, this I can't deny. But no, today is great. Look at that. To my right, it is Niko from Friko.
Hello.
What a week ago. This
Hello.
is great. For those who don't know Friko, they're a Chicago band. Really a first listen band for me. A band that's pop smart, experimental, noisy, contemplative, bombastic, shoegazy, sometimes in the same 4 or 5 minutes. You hit all those. And then there's the vocals. Holy crap, the vocals. Your vocals, my friend, are fantastic. The Friko album, Where We've Been, Where We Go From Here, the full-length debut comes out on February 16th, mere days after we're recording this, and you're following that up with a show at Metro on the 1st of March along with Smut and Neptune's Core. It looks like it's a busy year already for Friko.
Yeah, we're going to hope so, for sure.
So to talk about your band and to where you've been, where you're going, where we go from here, we're going to do it over Thai food.
Yes.
This was your choice. Tell people where we're at.
We just went to Thai Lagoon. It's my favorite Thai place I've ever been to, and it is 4 minutes from our house.
Thai Lagoon in Wicker Park. We're basically half block east of Western Avenue on North Avenue. Let's see what you got, Niko. You got the Pad See Ew?
Pad See Ew, pork Pad See Ew. That's normally my go-to, and then chive dumplings normally, but not
Chive
for the
dumplings.
car.
Now, I just got the simple Vietnamese rolls, which are spring rolls, which are really huge. These are massive.
Good ones, good.
I mean,
Always worth your money here.
Always worth your money.
Yes.
Like the styrofoam container was kind of heavy.
Yeah,
We took
for
it out of
two
the
of
bag.
them.
Now,
It's crazy.
You could do the chopsticks. You feel comfortable doing chopsticks on camera?
Yeah, it's good too because it makes me eat slower, which
That-
is useful.
Portion and speed control are important to
Yeah.
proper weight maintenance.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I wouldn't dream of eating on camera with chopsticks.
I mean, I probably won't look graceful, but
So again, where we've been, where we go from here, I want to get into the music on that album, but let's take a step back first. Let's start with the Friko origin story. You started in the burbs?
yeah. I mean, we were already living in Rogers Park when the band started, but we all grew up in Evanston. I mean, me and Luke, the original bassist for Friko, who recorded on this album, we had cover bands in 6th grade was the earliest we started a cover band. We were just doing like 2000s like pop rock covers, Modest Mouse and like The Strokes and like all that stuff. And then we kept playing in cover bands until the end of high school. And then I started writing my own music. And so we started performing that just in friends' backyards. And then once we graduated, I met Bailey because Bailey used to play drums in high school for the band. And they were kind of like the hot shot. And like me and Luke didn't do any music stuff at school. And yeah, the band that we had in high school kind of fell apart. And we kind of wanted just a new start because we were like a 5-6 piece band, like everything like live all the time. We were like, we want to try the 3-piece thing. So yeah, we asked Bailey to play in our band, and that's kind of how it started.
Based on, as a kid, being in a cover band, kind of doing it all, I hear so many different things in the music you write.
We very much like to genuinely listen to everything and get something out of everything because it's definitely possible in this day and age to do that.
And your debut EP came out in 2022, a mere 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like things are happening very quickly for you. Even though that was 2 years ago, it seems like things are accelerating. I mean, Bonnaroo last year.
Yeah, that was a blast. That was actually one of the best weekends of my life. I still say that. It's crazy.
Tell me about that. I mean, it seems like it would be overwhelming for any band of any size.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing it for so long. The thing with, like, once it started picking up, it really started picking up, but it took so long to, like, pick up, I feel like it never really feels like it's felt really steady pace, which is great. But Bonnaroo was the first time where it's like, we were driven around to play shows. We got to, like, watch, Kendrick from, like, the, like, artist pit, like, doing that stuff. It was like, this is crazy, and, like, yeah, it was just a blast. And, yeah, meeting all the people from ATO and kind of just, like,
for those who,
seeing
ATO is the
everybody
record
there.
label.
Yeah, and it was just first time experience something like that,
That's cool. All right, I'm going to take a bite of this.
Yeah.
It seems, it seems rude to Thai Lagoon to not eat this.
I have never had the egg roll, but it looks good.
And this really is. I don't need 2 of these. I'm going to eat 2 of
Please.
these. I don't need 2 of these.
That was a full meal.
Now, let me get another shot of the Petsu, because last time it was through the plastic.
That's
Amazing.
perfect.
I do love those big flat noodles.
I know they're easy to use chopsticks with.
Mm-hmm.
Rice is tough for me, but this I can do.
All right, so as you eat some of that, I do want to remind you, I'm teaming up with the American Lung Association to help them save lives. I've committed myself to climbing the tallest building in the suburbs, which is Oakbrook Terrace Tower. I've also committed myself to climbing the stairs at Soldier Field. These are the Fight for Air climbs, and the Oakbrook Terrace Tower climb is coming up really soon. It's Sunday, March 10th. The indoor experience is customizable. You can go once, twice, or 3 times up the stairwell, and you can register. Be part of the team. fightforairclimb.org/Chicagoland. And if money's tight but you still want to support, take $10 off. Do it on me. Use the code CARNE, CARNE, at checkout. Again, fightforairclimb.org/Chicagoland. I will see you on the stairs. Okay, so Bonnaroo last year, you're going to South by Southwest this year.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we went last year and it was crazy, and it's panning out to be just as crazy. I think we might end up having actually more shows than last year, but we're stoked. It's very cool.
Get a little Tex-Mex while you're there.
Yeah, we actually didn't get any barbecue last time we were down there, so we definitely have to do that.
Oh, yeah. That seems like a miss.
It was a miss. We were bummed. That was the beginning of a month-long tour for us, so we were like trying to eat healthy, but that we wanted to get...
When I hear bands say that, don't you burn it off on stage?
No. I feel like... Can you swear on this podcast?
Yeah.
You can feel like shit for sure. Like, yeah, just being on the road is like... Anything will sit with you for like 5 hours.
So again, Metro on March 1st with Smut and Neptune's Core. The full-length debut, Where We've Been, Where We Go From Here, out on February 16th. Let's dig into that album, if we may. Where We've Been kind of sets the tone for what you do as an artist, kind of sets the tone for the album, I think. I'm a big fan of album sequencing. I just want to get that out of the way.
Yeah, so are, I mean, we're obsessed with like albums as a whole, you know.
That journey, that kind of threaded journey.
Yeah, purpose to it.
And this song in particular, this is what I'm talking about, that kind of slow burn. You kind of build it up, you tear it down, then you make a peaceful exit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not meant, it was going to be the last song on the record for a while, but it was such a special song to us. And like, when we recorded it, it was like one rotation shorter. It didn't have the end where it's like, has like the group vocal. And the producer, who was just our friend and had been helping us out for a long time, he was just like, the song's not finished. And we were like, what does that, like, we're literally recording it. And so we were pretty emotional about it, and we all sat down and we kind of discussed like for like a minute like what we do. And Bailey was like, I'm just gonna keep playing like a straight ahead drum groove. And we're like, whatever, let's just not rehearse and do it. And then we did it, and I was just yelling shit, and then we kind of all were just like, by the end of it, we just broke down crying. It was just like so cathartic.
I love that
This
song.
has to be the first song.
And it's the first song. I can't imagine it as the last song. The last song is Cardinal. And if the album opens with Where We've Been, is Cardinal essentially where we go from here?
Yeah, I wanted to think of it like that. I think the thing about that is Cardinal is definitely, it's probably an even sadder song in a way, but for us, I feel like the whole record kind of just has that like sway between like the angst and the sadness, and then like the like just like, you know, intense sheer joy as well.
Am I just crazy trying to make sense of your lyrics? Should I just take them as abstractions and not try to read too
No,
much?
I love hearing that stuff.
And your teeth hurt more than the day before. It's time to get another job. 4 feet between a wall and window will make your wife a widow. Is this just about like a crushing 9-to-5 existence, or am I completely reading this wrong?
Part of it is because I've been working a warehouse for the past like 3.5 years, ever since I dropped out of college and decided to pursue music full time. And so that really got to me, especially in like the Chicago winters and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, you know, having to take the train and bus to work during those times, and, you know, like a lot of people in Chicago do. And that was a big part of it. Part of it was about my 1 year at college, which is kind of the dorm rooms reference like early in the song. But the teeth was about my wisdom teeth around that time were like really, really horrible. And I got them pulled, and then I had horrible like infection and stuff afterwards.
Well, did you use the water syringe?
I wasn't good with it. I wasn't disciplined. I was also using Invisalign at the same time, and I stopped it because of that, and now I have horrible TMJ. So it all, you know, that's where that comes from.
This is why you write songs.
Yeah.
To work through this.
Yeah.
Crimson to Chrome on the album. This song had a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, we released that before signing with ATO, and yeah, it kind of just like, yeah, people liked it. We really love that song, so we're happy.
It's a great one. I love Crashing Through. This is one of the rockers.
Yeah.
This is one of the just putting it all out there.
Yeah.
Another song along those lines. I love Get Numb to It, which, okay, let's talk about album sequencing again. I think this has one of the catchiest hooks on the entire album, and it's toward the end.
Yeah, that's definitely probably the poppiest part on the whole record.
I mean, it's very easy to sing along to.
Yeah. It's been people's favorite song live for a long time now.
You should fuck with them and not play it on March 1st.
That would be a good move, man.
Yeah.
We do what we want. No, it's for the people. It's for the people.
It is for the people.
It always is.
For Ella, lovely song, violin and piano on that. There's a stop-motion animation video. Where do you stand on making videos? Are you into that? It seems like you are.
Yeah, I mean, there's been so much, artistic stuff done. I feel like there's not many bands that are, like, not into making music videos nowadays, like, back in, like, MTV days when they're like, oh, we're, like, selling out for making it. Like, nobody's like that. So, yeah, I mean, our friend Alice Avery, who we've been working with for, like, 4 or so years now, when we were just starting off playing shows, she did that whole video. She did everything on her own, doing that whole thing. And, yeah, she's just, like, a crazy, like, visual arts genius in a way. But, yeah.
Chemical. I mentioned shoegazy at the beginning of this interview. I get shoegazy vibes on this.
Yeah.
And it's the way, the manic repetition of Chemical, it's jarring. It's not a comfortable song to listen to.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be. It's crazy.
Is this supposed to be a representation of what it's like to be chemically altered, or have a life run by chemicals? Where does this come from?
That was the one song on the record that we wrote as a band, and so when we were writing songs, we never really like dig into like time signatures and like musicality stuff too much, and more just settle on the feeling. But for that one, like that chorus part, we spent like hours figuring out how that time signature is going to work in Bailey's drum part. And Bailey's drum part very much like moves that song along. Like their drum part, and especially in that part, is like insane. So it's just a really fun, raging one. We recorded that one like mostly live, other than vocals. And
So what's it about?
oh, that one's one of the more vague ones.
Okay.
That was one of the more. That's like the one song on the album that's like energy track and writing the lyrics around like what they should sound like.
Talking about, you used the word sad at some point early in our discussion. Until I'm With You Again, you have such sweet sounding vocals on this, but those are some dark notes being played on the piano.
Yeah.
Back to the idea of a lot of your music has that slow burn quality. This feels like a slow burn that's almost unresolved, this song. Tell me where this came from.
I mean, this is definitely like a song of like friend to friend. Like a song to a good friend and missing friends. There wasn't a particular friend at the time, but writing that, I mean, it's the type of feeling that you can always kind of sink into, because you always have that sense of like you've lost a friend even if you haven't. It just kind of always feels like that in life. So yeah, it kind of came from that, but yeah, I don't know. It's just friend to friend kind of song.
I also like Statues with the dreamy vocals on that, the dreamy effects. Where did you find your voice, or when did you find your voice as a singer?
Like singing or lyrically?
Singing.
Singing. I feel like I'm constantly always finding it more and more. I feel like it went hand in hand with like singing and lyrically. When you just started writing lyrics that felt like unique to like me and the band, and that came with singing how I wanted to. I used to, like, when I grew up, in like middle school and high school, I wanted to be Bowie, so I tried to sing like him, and I sounded really goofy because I don't have a low baritone voice, and so it didn't work. And so slowly sifted into own thing, and yeah, I've never really taken any lessons, so it's just been a long process of figuring myself out.
I'm sure the more live shows you do, the more you discover different directions and ways to push it.
That's the biggest thing too, because especially when we went on that month tour is kind of a turning point for me, because the more you sing, it can be dangerous to sing too much, but it's like any muscle to where you just kind of, it gets abused enough and like used in a certain way to where it's kind of like it works how it should and how it was meant to once you do it enough.
All right, so Niko of Friko, March 1st at Metro. The album, widely available. You can buy a copy, buy it on Bandcamp and elsewhere, I'm assuming. Hard copy.
Yeah.
Do you like the hard copies? You can also stream it on February 16th, where we've been, where we go from here. You've got South by Southwest on the way. It's going to be a busy year. It's going to be an awesome year for you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate your time.
Anything else planned other than the obvious stuff we mentioned?
I mean, we have tour stuff, I know, but I don't think that's been announced in any way, but we want to write new music, and yeah.
Just ride this?
Yeah, and, we had to release 5 singles out of the 9. Sorry, that's what you get for eating on camera. That's what happens. 5 songs out of the 9 is singles, but this record was we want to make it like a record, so we hope people will listen to it like that once it's out.
It's a first listen record. Really nice job on that. Eat your food. Thank you.
Thank you.
Friko. I also want to finally, one more time, remind you that on Sunday, March 10th, I will be teaming up with the American Lung Association to help them save lives by climbing the tallest building in the suburbs, which is Oakbrook Terrace Tower. You can join me. fightforairclimb.org/Chicagoland. See you on the stairs. Thanks,
Thank
Niko.
you.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.